Hi, my name's John. Welcome to another Sunday night nightcap. In tonight's nightcap I've got a special treat for you. Actually go down with my friend Bob to where he works, and he uses his big surface grinder and grinds that small surface plate I was giving you that week. I'm sure quite a bit of that. I did take a lot of film of the inside of the factory. It's a big press factory. They make pressings for automotive. I'll be putting a little bit in each week I suppose, but this week is going to be the surface plate. Right, before we do that, I'm going to do the draw for the little 0 to 1 inch rolling right micrometer that you saw Bob do up. Quite a few names came in this week, there's 70 odd names in the hat. We'll put them into the bucket as well. Sure they're all in. A good mix up. A really good mix up this time. Right, you see there's quite a few names in there. One or two people have asked what happens to the names. Well, once the name comes out, that's it, doesn't go back in. Right, let's have a look. Dig deep. There's a one. It's an old one because it's dirty. Right, the name I've got here is Mark Jones. Right, Mark, all I need from you is an email with your address on, and I'll post that micrometer off to you anywhere in the world, basically completely free of charge, but with a name like Mark Jones it sounds like UK. This week's draw is going to be for a Warren Wright 0 to 25mm micrometer. I've actually drawn this micrometer twice now and it's now been claimed. It was about a month ago. I've tried to email the people that won it and no response, so it's going to be drawn again. As usual, if you want a chance at winning that, all you've got to do is send me an email. That's my email address up there. All I need is your name, your full name, like John Mills, not just John. Your name goes into the bucket. If it's drawn out, I'll post it off to you anywhere in the world, completely free of charge. As I keep saying, it's just a way of me saying thanks very much for all the help and support I've had. Right, that's the Warren Wright micrometer for this week's giveaway. Nice little mic, in good condition. It has got somebody's name on it. It is second hand. I can't remember where I got it from, but I've used it quite a bit, and it's a nice little micrometer. In last week's nightcap, I touched on the subject of getting some double boost hats done, hats with my logo embroidered on the front. I had a real good response. Lots of people said, yeah, they would definitely buy them. Then I got a message of a friend of mine, a lad called Rob. Rob's actually the lad that builds the plasma tables for Artec. He also has a company that does embroidery. But what he suggested as well was, why not get some cups done, some mugs, because not everybody wears a hat, but everybody drinks tea or coffee. Now, I've got a mug here with my old logo on. I had two of these made, one of my viewers sent them in 2 or 3 years ago, and I've still got them. I just don't use them in case I break them. Anyway, Rob's going to put some ideas together, so hopefully we'll have something to show before Christmas. Anyway, that's what's happening with the hats at the minute. They are hopefully going to be going, as well as some mugs. This is the turbocharger housing of a car, of an engine somebody's modifying. What the lad wants us to do is machine that face down so it's level with that face there. The best way to do this, to keep strength in it, would be to machine a piece to fit in there to bring that face up to that. But he's actually struggling for room. There's about 100 thou to come off there, which is going to make a big difference to him. So we need to mount this and machine that face off there. If these studs will come out, it will be a simple job of putting it into a vise, clamp it in a vise like that. But the studs won't come out without heating, without messing around. So what I'm going to do is use that face and just bolt it onto that face plate. Bolt it onto there like that, which means that that face that way will be level, and all we've got to do is set it that way. So we'll see what mounting points we can find, bolt it on and have a go at machining it. Quite often this material does go hard because it's subjected to quite a lot of heat. But we'll give it a try and see what happens. Right, I've turned the angle plate around just so you can see better how I'm going to mount the turbocharger onto it. See what lines up, if anything. Very great lot, really. One there. And that top one, just I'm going to screw these all the way home and use these nuts to lock them. I'm not going to rely on the threads and the turbocharger because they don't look that wonderful. And that's no good, it's actually catching on a lug there. It's got to come higher up than that. So that one there's no good. That one will do. So make sure these studs are all the way home, so we're not putting any undue load on them. We're not using the actual stud rod for the clamping. Keep it as low down as we possibly can, just to avoid any unnecessary springing, wobbling about. Right, so I know it's going to be level in that plane there. All we need to do now is set up that way. See, it's a mile off. That looks better. I'll put a clock on and dial it in so it is level. Right, I've run into a problem straight away. The table's actually hitting the back of the column, so all I'll do, I'll turn the whole thing around and it'll move this part further in, give us a bit more room to play with. Right, that's better. I'm going to put this nice parallel on there because it's something nice and smooth for the DTI to run on. Bring it up to 0. Right, we'll check the bit that we think should be parallel first. And it is within certainly well within limits for the face of a turbocharger. Right, the bit we're going to just easily, had that been a long way out, we could have put shims on this to get it right. Right, so we'll start at that edge there, set to 0. Right, that's going up, which means this face here is high, so this bit here wants to go down. We'll loosen that off a little bit. Try it again. Set to 0. Right, so it's still high. And then try it again. On 0. Yeah, that's pretty good. Right, that's certainly well within the tolerance I'm going to allow it for what it is. Right, I've got a couple of jacks in here just to hold it. I've actually got 2 of these that were made by a friend of mine, an apprentice piece. He's an old guy now, retired. He gave us 4. I've got 2 and my friend's got 2. just a little bit of weight on, just to take any vibration out of the job. Right, one there and a little one in there. I put another clamp on here just to make sure that I have got it by the balls. I don't want it moving around. Taking decent content, taking just a 60,000 top. The problem I've got is this is mounted quite high up on the bed, and it's just a small lightweight machine, so it is actually, it's flexing things a little bit, but it's certainly going to do the job, no problem at all. It's actually gone very hard, this part here, whether it's because it's been drilled out, I don't know, but that really is severely hard, that bit there. Taking the edge straight off the cutter. But I've changed the cutter out for a solid carbide cutter, and that's done a lot better. And you can certainly feel that there is a hard part there. Carbide's doing a much better job. Right, it's now down to depth. I just need to try and put a better finish on. I'm going to give that face mill a go, see what sort of finish I can get with that. That carbide cutter's taken it off quite nicely, and it hasn't damaged the cutter at all, but it did finish off the high speed steel cutter. That's going alright. That's doing a lot better than I thought it would have done. Perhaps I should have tried that to remove the bolt of the metal as well. I put a really light cut on, 4 or 5 thou. I've increased the spindle speed just to see what sort of finish I can get, and I'm really impressed with that. That is a nice finish, that for cast iron. Very nice. I mean, it'll be good quality cast iron, but nevertheless it's cast iron and it's been hot. I mean, at least you can say that the tool I did the review on, I'm actually using it. I use it all the time. I think I've still got the same set of tips in. Right, I'm very happy with that. Nothing the matter with it. Bastard. I work in a garage and I use these things all the time, sockets, especially impact sockets. I've recently bought a new impact driver, impact gun, a battery operated Milwaukee, and what it's done is basically burst all my old sockets because they were old and they weren't that good quality. So I bought a decent set of sockets. These ones you can see are nice heavy walls, decent sockets. Now I can look at a metric nut or a bolt on a car and I can tell you what size it is, normally 9 times out of 10. The problem with these sockets is, I mean, there's a 16 and there's a 15. They look the same size. When they're lying on a tray, they look the same size. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a groove on all the even numbers. That's the 14, 16, 18s, etc. Just put a little groove in with a nice foam tool and put a band of red paint on. Then I can know straight away that the one with the red paint on is a whole number, sort of like a 14, 16, 18, 20. Just to try and make it a little bit easier to decide which is which socket. This is a nice set actually. You can see I've used them for about a week. You can see the ones that I used all the time. That one, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. And they will all get used, but it's just going to make it so much easier to go between sort of a 15. See, that's actually a 17 in there. So the 16's hiding somewhere. That's for that. Anyway, 15, 16, 17. Right, so that's a full do this one first, that's a 10. Look at here. The 4-jaw chuck. Right, I've got a nice little high-speed steel tool here with a nice rounded tip on it. That should put a nice little groove in there. Certainly decent material. Right. Right. A little band of red paint in there. It means at a glance I know that's going to be an even numbered socket. I've got a lot to do. I'll do one or two more on the camera and then. Right, I'm sure you get the idea. You don't want to watch me. Look at that bastard doing this all night.